Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. I just yawned before this started. It was really fun.
Nice.
If you're brand new to Keto Chow and me yawning, Keto Chow is a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, so thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Now at a later time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, yeah.
So I selfishly am taking a water aerobics class, and it gets...
It's not selfishly taking.
It's at 8 o'clock, which means I have to come home at 9 o'clock and get showered and ready for the day, and I can get here by like 9:45-ish.
Yep.
But it's just so much easier if I can get here by 10.
So we decided to move it back. And also, normally we would have our Tuesday night live stream tomorrow night.
Yes, yes.
We have stuff going on, so there will not be a Tuesday night live stream tomorrow at all.
I can't remember. Oh, we have a... Yeah,
There's a dinner thing.
We have a dinner
There's
thing.
a conference, trade show, convention thing about e-commerce and selling on Amazon. We're actually going to be speaking at it. We're part of a panel discussion.
I'm super nervous.
Well, you don't have to even prepare anything.
I know, but they say smart things. And I'm like, I say not as smart of things.
Okay. But anyway, so we're just going to be on a panel talking about cool stuff.
Boring advertising.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Anyway, so we'll be doing that instead of the Tuesday night live stream.
Yeah, sorry.
So let's say hi to people. Carrie is here, so
Hi,
is
Carrie.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Terry says, can a person post and chat
Terry.
on your TV, or does it have to be through your phone? So now what a lot of times we'll do is we will cast to the TV
and then you can use your
comment
phone
on the
to
phone.
comment, because
Yeah.
if you've casted it. So
Yep.
that can work.
Storm Chasing Gal is here from Jinx America.
Hello.
Nice. Let's see. Jennifer says, good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning.
Storm Chasing Gal likes the bag of raspberry cheesecake. It's so good.
Oh, it is good. It's good.
Dennis is here.
Did you guys have a good weekend?
I don't think Joe and Rachel will join us because they were going to go scuba diving.
Oh, well, you gotta go scuba diving sometimes.
Rita says, good morning, all you chow hounds.
Hi,
We need to
Rita.
do another refresher dive before we go on
Yeah,
the
we
cruise.
should. So
Dawn
good
is
idea.
here.
Especially
Hope
for
everyone's having
Sammy.
a great day. Yeah, and Betsy says, hi, guys. And so Becca agrees with me. It's not selfish.
Yeah,
It's not shellfish either.
that's right.
And
It's
Becca
just
says
3
that you
times
look,
a week, so it kind of it changes things.
Yeah.
That's all.
Becca says you look very pretty today.
Thank you.
And Carrie likes your green color.
Thank you. We changed
And
the
that
background.
green color.
Because it's see-through.
Well, I got a text message from Miriam. I'm wearing a green shirt. I'm like,
I told him at like 6 o'clock this morning.
cool
Oh, it was like
story,
7
bro.
o'clock.
What does that mean? No, it meant that she was partially transparent.
If you want to know, to change the background, do it now. Because
Yeah.
I was going to come in late. I actually was skipping my water aerobics today to help my brother get a tooth pulled. Not pulling it myself. Because he's an adult and is a big old pig tooth.
And you are not a doctor
Yes.
or a dental student.
I am not either of those things. So he's still there, actually. He's late going in. So I'll leave here to go pick him up.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, and Rita says that's not selfish at all. Self-care is very important.
I know it is.
Guess what Jackie made?
What did Jackie make?
5 batches of sausage soup.
Oh, I'm so happy. I like to have that so much. I was going to make some meal prep stuff this weekend. I got stuff to make meatballs, and
Yeah.
I thought about getting stuff to make soup, but I didn't.
We had baby back ribs yesterday.
yeah.
They were fantastic.
So good.
And the ones that we didn't cut up and I put back in the oven, I actually had a hard time cutting them.
Because they fall apart.
Yeah, you would go to cut through it and it would just tear through where the bone would be, and it'd be like, well, that's a bone.
And I was picking up the pieces you cut to put in the container, and it would just fall off. I'm like, well, that's less things we have to put in the container.
The less bones. Let's see, semi-retired Bob is here. Hope your Monday doesn't have much Monday in it.
Oh, I love Mondays.
I
Mondays are the best.
get to do payroll today.
Yeah, I get to help.
It's shake and bake, and I help. Summer Season Gal says, how will we go on with no live tomorrow? Oh, the horror.
I know, it'll be
I
sad.
think Dr. Barry has a live stream earlier.
Kim
on
does.
Tuesdays.
Kim does a live stream.
Speaking of Kim,
Yes.
Kim
Kim
Howerton is going to be coming to speak at the meetup that we will be having next Saturday. Not Saturday a couple days from today, but Saturday like
The following.
12 days from today, something like that. So we're super excited about that.
And if you haven't heard her speak, you have to. She is amazing. She's really down to earth, makes things understandable.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Lynette is here.
Hi, Lynette.
Goombalore says good morning. Tammy's here also. And Jennifer says thank you so much for your generous contribution to the Keto Indie Meetup. Our guests. We're so grateful.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
Betsy says, no problem. We love you unconditionally. Jacques is here, so is Miss Perfectly Imperfect Keto.
Hello, how are you?
Christy Davis is here. I'm glad to make a live stream. And Rita says, that's exactly what I'm doing now. Yes. Casting to the TV. There you go. Bob says, we're back in rainy, cool Chicago, having left sunny and hot Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those two are not exactly the same.
I'm sure it's nice to be home still.
B-Dog is here from Texas.
Hello.
There. And Chris Miller says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Lou
guys.
says, I'm having my orange keto chow with heavy cream. It's delicious. I've been sick with a horrible cold, and this flavor makes me feel good. On yesterday, Sunday, I was mixing up some keto chow, and I actually checked the temperature of the water before I started mixing it. Because I've noticed if the water's too hot, I get density separation with the cocoa powder in chocolate. Like something, it breaks the gum or whatever, and the stuff settles. But I had the water at exactly 100 degrees.
Okay.
And I didn't get any separation at all.
We'll see till tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it sat there overnight. What made me think about that is I made apple pie, orange cream, blueberry pie, and chocolate mint. Three of each of those, and then I made like 12 more chocolate peanut butter.
I actually almost grabbed one today.
Oh.
I have a core here.
Yes, you do. Chocolate core mixed up with beef tallow, right?
Yep. So I'll probably take that with me when I go to pick up my brother.
And Max and Kate, I got them to come help me, which was, will you guys put these away?
That was not actually helpful.
Well, it was helpful, a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
But
thank you.
I mostly did that so that they would know what flavors were which.
Also, they know that you made them something.
And I didn't tell them about all the Ninja Creamies that I made. I made 12
I saw that.
Ninja Creamies.
I always feel guilty when I take the stuff that you make. So something I learned today, I already told you this. So I was listening to a podcast, and this guy went to a marriage thing, right? And 3 words were on the blackboard. Appreciate. Oh no, I can't remember.
No, it was appreciate, expect, and demand.
Expect and demand. And so he said at the beginning. I
remembered what you said.
Well, good job. If I tell people, then I'll remember.
That's right.
Okay, so at the beginning of your relationship, like marriage, whatever, any relationship, honestly, you always appreciate what the other person does for you because it's like, oh, that's so nice.
That's so
they're doing
nice.
something so nice. But then as the relationship furthers, you begin to expect them to do those things for you. And you don't even really notice the change. And I think that's why it was so, it hit me so hard, right? So then you expect the people to do it for you, and then pretty soon you demand that they do it for you. And what we want to do is try to get back to the appreciate section, where we appreciate them, and then they'll continue to do stuff for us because we appreciate them. So anyway, I know that has nothing to do with keto, but
changes to your lifestyle.
Okay.
When you first start keto, you appreciate the energy and the vitality and the health. After a while, you come to expect it, and in time, you come to demand it, and you are mad when things aren't going exactly the way that you want it to.
Yeah, I could see that.
And like, hey, you've got a 2-year stall or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, why isn't this working? And well, I guess we should appreciate the fact that your ankle or your knee doesn't hurt anymore or things like that. So, see?
Yep.
Sometimes I can help you out with the feel stuff too.
Good job, honey.
Let's see. Myra's here from Washington. Dawn is driving and working, but listening.
Hi, Dawn.
See, I was working while listening to Joe and Rachel this morning, so I said like one thing, and then everyone's like, hi, Chris, and I'm like, I gotta get this done before I go to my meetings.
That's what happens when we say hi.
I know. Anyway, Alan is here. B-Dog had very first Ninja Creamy Keto Chow. It is the best.
Yay!
I was talking with Aaron Glazier
Okay.
yesterday, and we were talking about. Well, there was randomly there was an air fryer on a table right there. He's like,
Oh, that's right, at church.
and he's like, so the Instant Pot, I always like, oh yeah, here's this next thing, and it's going to be such a
Yes.
big deal. He's like, but the Instant Pot has been a game changer.
We love
He's
the
like, and I'm
Instant Pot.
always on the lookout for what's going to be that next thing. And I was like, oh, actually, for us, it's been the Ninja Creamy.
Oh, right. Yeah, we actually use the Ninja Creamy more than any other appliance.
Other than the
Other
microwave,
than the microwave and the oven. And
and the
stove.
oven, literally,
Yeah.
and the dishwasher. But as far
We
as
actually do use the dishwasher a
preparing
lot.
stuff, yeah, the Ninja Creamy we use a lot.
We use it more than the KitchenAid. We use it more than the blender or the immersion blender, which we used to use the immersion blender all the time.
But I use the blender to make the Ninja Creamy, so
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fantastic. And again, the best ice cream maker is the one that you already have. The second
Right.
best one is the Ninja Creamy.
I need to start making those because I think I'll feel very happy.
Lynette, not
Hi, Lynette.
Lynette says, I'm a little late today. I was wondering if you'll all be developing any more
That's a
keto
good
core
question.
flavors. None to speak of.
Yep.
Right now, Lynette is anxiously awaiting for us to make an announcement as to whether we're going to be continuing the Keto Chow core or even bringing it back in big bags. As of right now, we have not made any announcements.
Sorry, that's not helpful.
It's not helpful, but the problem is in the past we've made announcements and then stuff outside of our control has either canceled or delayed projects for sometimes years. And so I don't want to ever... I want to under-promise and over-deliver.
Yeah.
So if we get them, hey, we'll announce it on our live stream first.
Yep. We
And-
also have, there's a way that you can put your name into our email list and we will send emails to people. So
Terry wants to know, will Keto Chow be speaking on the cruise? No, Keto Chow will be recording the
Right.
speakers, and Chris Bear, that's me, will
Right.
be speaking on the cruise.
am I recording while you're...
No,
Chris Bearing?
I'm gonna set it up because we're not broadcasting live,
Oh, you're
We're just recording.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do the edit afterwards.
Okay.
And it's mostly because last year there were problems with the recordings,
Oh.
and so I volunteered myself
You voluntold yourself.
to do the recordings this
We're going to
time
have
so
to
that
bring
they
a
would.
bunch of equipment.
I have to bring
Can you even reach?
this guy.
But it works good.
It works really well. It's also
That's-
very heavy.
That's going to be like a whole suitcase.
That
just by
will
itself.
be an entire
We'll
suitcase
just put
by itself.
swimsuits in with it.
Right? Anyway. But yeah, so I will be speaking on the cruise. Miriam will just be hanging out.
That's right. I'm going to have fun. That's what I'm going to do.
Janice says I made orange mango Keto Chow ice cream with homemade 2KK
Oh,
yogurt
yes,
as the
that
fat.
sounds awesome.
Sandra's here from Sarasota. Love my lemon meringue on Saturday.
Oh,
Awesome.
yummy.
Laura says warm chocolate toffee Keto Chow for breakfast this morning.
Oh, that sounds good. I love it warm.
And Mike says they don't think they're going to make the meetup. That's okay.
That's okay.
We will be
We love you
broadcasting,
anyway.
and I'll be using the same soundboard,
Yeah.
sound
So
mixer.
if anybody wants to see how dorky it looks.
We will be broadcasting the meetup. Now it's not this Saturday. It's
next
Saturday.
no,
We'll be
next Saturday,
broadcasting
the
that for
20th.
free on the Keto Chow YouTube channel.
Right.
So look for that. Penny says good morning from Everett, Washington.
Good morning.
Laura says warm chocolate toffee for breakfast. Nice.
Yes.
And Lance says, yesterday I made chocolate peanut butter egg pudding and separated it into 3/4 cup containers. Now I'm having a little dessert ready to go every day. Nice. That's
That
awesome.
sounds awesome.
Betsy says, can I make chaffles with Keto Chow chicken soup the same way as the sweet chaffles? Eggs and cheese.
Yes.
Exactly the same.
That's exactly how we do it.
And the taco and the
Uh-huh.
tomato as well.
And if you want to put a little bit of ground up sausage in there.
Oh, it's so
So
good.
yummy.
So good.
That's
Oh,
our oldest favorite
so
thing.
good.
She's like, "Are you making chaffles? Can you make me savory ones with sausage?" I'm
with
like,
sausage in
"Okay."
it. Yep.
And she just eats them.
Yesterday, Miriam, so Platte River Keto, I haven't seen Scott on yet today.
Right.
But we got the recipe from them. There weren't any jalapenos at the market,
Not even for ready money.
not even for ready money. which is a quote from The Importance of Being Earnest, except it was about cucumbers, but whatever. There were no jalapenos. The
wanted
guy
to
even
eat them.
looked for them.
Yeah, that was nice.
But there were bags of the little peppers, the sweet peppers.
Right.
And so instead of doing bacon-wrapped jalapeno poppers, we did stuffed peppers,
Yes.
which was cream cheese
Cream cheese, Parmesan cheese,
and ground
sausage.
and just
Yeah.
stuffed in there. Was it easier than making the jalapeno poppers?
No, but I think that's because we're used to
they're
picking,
tiny, right?
like we pick the jalapenos so that they're long and straight, and
big.
these peppers we just got in the bag, and they were from
Were you
Walmart.
taking out the seeds?
I took out all the seeds.
Oh, okay.
And they were like skinny and weirdly shaped.
And tiny.
So it just took a long time to pull the stuff out so that I can fill them up. Plus, I think I used too much sausage
No,
to cream cheese ratio. Like it was still delicious.
it was fantastic.
But when I was putting it on, like you're used to this chunk of cream cheese
Were there
that you
any of
put
those
into
left?
the. Yeah, there's a whole bunch left.
I thought Ruth might have eaten them all.
But you put the cream cheese into the jalapeno and it's kind of hard, so it was easier to spread because it was softer.
Yeah.
But it also fell apart easier because it was softer and had multiple pieces to it. So I'm spreading it and thinking it's going to just stay still, and I'm dropping it all over the counter. So it was easy, but it was not as easy as jalapeno poppers.
Okay. Alan says, I appreciate what you do for us.
Thank
And
you.
Alyssa and John are here from Mississippi. Kathy says, good morning. Debbie says, hey, Keto Chow family from Texas. Got my walk-in and still made it. Okay, Bob has a question. Why magnesium chloride in the electrolyte supplements, but magnesium malate in Keto Chow?
That's a great question.
So we tried to use, magnesium chloride is what you get when magnesium is naturally like eroded and dissolves in water.
Right.
The naturally occurring stuff that would be picked up is magnesium chloride. Magnesium malate, orotate, glycinate, tartrate, all of those, that's an amino acid stuck onto a magnesium.
Yes.
You have to manufacture those.
So you
As far
actually,
as I know, they don't occur
you would
naturally.
probably get the magnesium chloride, separate it, then attach the amino acid.
No,
to
you
it?
take elemental magnesium
Okay.
and you attach it to it in a chemical
Because
process.
I don't know how you get elemental
Okay.
magnesium then.
Well, you usually get it from plants that do that for you.
Okay.
Okay, so, and they're breaking it down using bacteria and other stuff to pull it out of the soil, but they
Right.
do it very slowly. Magnesium oxide is the stuff that is junk. And we said this last time. There are basically three classes of magnesium. Magnesium oxide, worthless. Magnesium citrate. It's bioavailable, but it tends to give you the runs.
Right.
And then there's magnesium chloride, orotate, glycinate, tartrate, all the other malate, all those. We were briefly using the magnesium chloride in the Keto Chow shakes,
Yes.
but it has a flavor that some people can taste and some people can't.
Yes.
It generally wasn't a good thing. And if you get an older bag, like a big bag, bulk bag of Keto Chow, and you're like, this doesn't taste the same, it has a bit of a bitter flavor, it might be that you have one of the ones that has the magnesium chloride. It's still fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
You just might be one of the lucky few that can taste the difference between the two.
Right.
So,
Right.
let's see. Amelia says, I love the non-Mother's Day commercial. I've watched it. So, what are you talking about? Surprisingly, that only took like 45 minutes to film from getting there to being done.
Yeah. I just didn't like how dark it was.
Alyssa
I
and
don't like
John
how dark
says,
it is in
KitchenAid
this
stand
film.
mixer, Vitamix, Ninja Creamy, Instant Pot, game changers for sure.
Yep.
And pellet smokers. Boy.
Yeah. Yeah. We like that.
Yep. Tracy's air fryer was my game changer, and I can't wait for my Ninja Creamy to arrive tomorrow. The funny thing is, we actually have a
Yes, we
air
do.
fryer that has been used once.
I think I've washed it more than once,
Oh,
so
really?
I know it's been used more than once.
But
The problem is we have so many people in our family.
and we have an oven with
Convection.
convection, which is kind of what an air fryer is, except air fryers heat up a lot faster, and it's less
Yeah.
area to clean.
And if you were making something for one or two people, it would totally be awesome because it's making the house less hot and
Yep.
it's taking up
I only know
less
how to cook for 20.
electricity. Well, like the peppers that we made yesterday, we made 2 cookie sheets of peppers.
Yep.
And we have maybe a fourth of them left, which
Yeah.
there weren't even 8 of us. There were only 6 of us.
Yep. And for a while, there were only 5 because she didn't get home for a while.
Yeah.
Chris says, I had some of the packs of beef soup base expiring. Yeah, add 3 years to the best by date. By the way, we had them retested. They have a 5-year shelf life. So you can add 3 years to that. Anyway, experimented with adding 2 tablespoons of tallow, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, 2 tablespoons of allulose, a long squirt of liquid monk fruit, and a splash of cream equals brownie butter. There you go.
Yeah. Batter.
And Alan says, yeah, batter. Did I say butter? Alan says, I'm begging my kids to buy me a new one.
Oh, yes.
Tammy says, I'd love the core to be available for subscription. The issue that we're running into now is that our supply of the core is getting low.
Yep, and it's determined by the beef protein, and that is a little bit harder to acquire.
And one thing I want to point out here, if you go to the subscriptions.
Subscriptions.
Oh,
Oh, that's a blurry picture.
The build your kit.
Right. No.
You can't choose seasonal, limited time offer, or pre-release flavors.
Right.
The surprise one, we picked them, but you're not able to pick what they are. But yeah, the subscriptions, the stuff that's only available in limited quantities is not available. So let's have a hypothetical situation here.
Okay.
So let's assume that you order flavor X, and it's in stock, and you get a subscription for it. Okay. Well, let's just take raspberry cheesecake. Raspberry cheesecake, this actually happened. People had subscriptions to raspberry cheesecake. Great. We ran out of raspberry cheesecake in like September of last year. And it wasn't until like April
oh gosh, that was a long
that we
time.
finally got it back
we just
in
got
stock.
It back.
So when it ran out of stock, all of the people that had subscriptions to that, we had to contact them and say, hey, I'm sorry, this is out of stock. Would you like to switch to a different flavor? And some people responded and some people didn't.
Yep.
And then we kept trying to contact them, and then we called them. And it finally got to the point that we sent them an email that said, I'm sorry this is not available. We are switching your subscription to strawberry. Have a good day.
Sorry.
I don't want to do that over and over again.
We don't want to do that at all if we can help it.
So the flavors that are available in subscriptions are the ones that are permanently available that we anticipate always having supply of.
Yep.
If something is a limited time or it's a new product and we don't know how it's going to sell and we don't have a good supply of it, we don't put it available for subscriptions because every time we have to contact people, first off, it's not a good customer experience, but it also it takes a lot of time of our actual real life human beings that work customer service for us. So if core comes back as a permanent flavor, it will be available in subscription. That day is not today.
Not today.
See, I'll just push this button again. Anyway, Mike says there's a new model of the Ninja Creamy that just launched, newer than Deluxe, totally redesigned. It's called the Ninja Creamy Breeze. I think he said that it's it doesn't have an outside thing.
Oh.
You don't put the thing inside and then crank it up.
That's cool.
I actually like the current thing.
Yeah.
So.
But that's still cool.
Uh-huh.
How did they hold it still?
I don't know, but compared to the Ninja Creamy Max, I actually prefer the original Ninja Creamy because it has just the right amount of space for one serving of Keto Chow.
Because the other one's a pint and a half, which I think would be better for like families and
but
stuff.
That's my understanding is it's a pint and a half if you are doing it as a milkshake. I think as ice cream you can't do a pint and a half, but I could be wrong.
What's the point?
I don't know.
Tracy, I want to have fun with you on the cruise too. What are we gonna do?
Let's see. Chris says maybe hot would be good if it sits overnight in the fridge and then heat it up. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Jennifer says my mom just called and said we may get hail this afternoon.
Oh my gosh, be careful.
Maybe I should move my car.
Yeah,
We're over that way too far, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen, John says you guys should butt heads with Ninja for a special edition Keto Chow.
I know, wouldn't that be cool? They're too big for
They don't care
little
about
people
us at
like
all.
us, and that's okay.
I mean,
It
we
would be
could
cool,
buy
though.
them and put a sticker on it. Jennifer says a quadruple batch of Keto Chow cheesecake almost killed my ancient blender.
Oh.
Now listen, John say magnesium is such a hot button topic this month.
Yeah.
It comes
We've
and
been
it
talking
goes.
about it a lot.
And also oxalates keep
Oh, yeah.
coming up. The only stuff that has oxalates in Keto Chow, as far as I can tell, is the cocoa powder that's in some of the flavors.
Yep.
There may be a little bit of oxalates in the peanut flour that we use. And I think there's an infinitesimal amount in the cinnamon, nutmeg, and other
snickerdoodle.
spices that we use in like snickerdoodle or the pumpkin spice caramel or the chai latte, things
Yep.
like that. But for the most part, you only get oxalates and stuff that comes from plants anyway.
Right.
Terry says, I saw that in 2020, for the cruise, it's actually 2023 that they will be at the same time.
2024, they'll be at the same time. This
Yeah,
is
2024.
2023.
Yes, you're right. So we go to
I know, I'm
lowcarbevents.com.
super bummed about that. And that just means that we don't get to do either because our kids are graduating from high school, 2 of them.
Yep, the cruise runs from May 24th to June 1st,
So my heart is broken.
and KetoCon is from May 31st to June 2nd. So yes, they are conflicting, and Miriam and I at least won't be going to either of them.
Yeah. Sad.
Lance says, I tasted the funky magnesium in the chocolate toffee big bag. That's why now I only buy it in the individual servings.
Yeah. And you know what? We've changed out that magnesium. So anything that you buy in the big bag now is not.
Carrie wants to know about magnesium content in Redman's real salt. So Redman real salt has a very, very, very small amount of magnesium or potassium in it. It's almost entirely sodium chloride.
Yeah.
You would need to add a source of magnesium to it if your concern is magnesium. Our magnesium drops works really well for that. But by itself, Redman real salt, it's just salt.
Yeah, but they do have the Relight that has probably added magnesium,
It
right?
has a little bit of magnesium.
Yeah,
It's
I have
it's
an old-
not very much.
I have an old container. 50 milligrams. Yeah, it's not very much
50
at all.
milligrams is very little.
This is an old container.
Yep. In fact, one of our magnesium capsules has 103, I think.
Just for
milligrams.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this came up on Tuesday. People want to know, are the magnesium capsules and the magnesium drops the same stuff? Yes. One's
Yes,
just dried
one is dried.
and
one
shoved
is
into
not.
a pill. Alyssa says, I love my convection oven. I like mine too.
Yeah.
Lance says, what's the easiest way to send a Keto Chow gift package to someone? So if you order, you can change the shipping address.
Change the send to address.
And chances are our customer service team will contact you and say,
Hey, did you mean to send this there?
your billing address and shipping address aren't the same. Was this on purpose? And then you'll say yes.
Yes.
But
yeah,
that would
but
be the
we
easiest way.
do that all the time. So.
You can also order gift cards. And they
Yep.
come by email.
Yep. But then you'll want to tell
Not
your
really
person to
gift
check their
certificates.
email so that it doesn't get lost. Because that would be sad.
Jackie says we had almost 120 pounds of meat for a meetup this Saturday.
That sounds so delicious.
All the leftover meat's amazing. Heidi says, I'm new to Keto Chow and just ordered the starter elite bundle a few days ago,
Yay.
coming on the 12th. I'm excited.
Thank
Nice.
you, Heidi. Thanks for saying hi too. It's nice to have you.
Well, that
here.
says running out of Keto Core. This is going to be like a run on the bank. We have a lot of the unsweetened.
Yes,
it's
and
just
it's
the
really not
sweetened that
that hard
we're
to sweeten
starting
it
to
while
get
you're
low on.
mixing.
Yeah.
Because I took a bunch of the unsweetened at home, and that's what I've been doing.
Alan wants to know what's going on with egg white protein powder.
Nothing.
It is still exceptionally expensive.
Nothing.
The last time we checked, it was 3 times the price that it was last time we restocked.
Yes.
And so until the price comes down to something reasonable, we're not going to restock it because I don't want to restock it and have it be 3 times the price.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do that. There are other places you can get it at this point. I don't know where they got theirs from, but it's literally cheaper for us right now to buy it on Amazon than it would be for us to buy it from the supplier we used last time.
Right.
Except that we can't get it by the truckload from Amazon. Anyway. But that's what's going on with egg white powder. Keto Simple is here. We had so much fun at the Indie Meetup. Thanks to everyone who joined us and all who promoted and helped
Get the info out there.
I'm assuming that's get. Let's see.
I'm glad you got
Mike
to
says
go.
Lynette bought all the core. Just about.
Really?
Debbie says, what are people making with chai latte flavor? I've only made one shake so far.
That's a good
Rhythm
question.
Kitchen. We have a video on our channel where she made chai butter and made a waffle.
That was really
make
cute.
it into a BLT.
That turned out super cute.
Let's see. Donald says, they say real salt is higher in iodine. Actually, I think it doesn't have iodine, if I'm not mistaken, because it's not iodized.
That's different because it's...
Yeah, it's not. The regular real salt, I could be entirely wrong, but I don't remember
We should know this.
if they even list iodide or iodine.
Iodine.
My recollection is that it says this salt does not supply iodine, an essential nutrient. Because in the U.S., you're required to add iodine to all salt unless it's a natural
This
salt
salt
like
does
this.
not supply iodine, a necessary nutrient.
There you go.
It's right there in the tiny
And
print.
also, my understanding is the reason why is because during, I think it was World War II or Korean War, something like that.
Sometime.
A lot of the people who were they were trying to draft had goiters because they weren't getting enough iodine in their diet, and so there was a law passed that you had to add
put iodine in salt.
to table salt. And so this stuff doesn't have it, which might be one of the reasons why a lot of people like the flavor of it better.
Oh, yeah, because iodine tastes gross.
Yep.
Well, I have some iodine drops. I know Dr. Barry has done multiple videos about that, and I have done...
But that's why we added it to the Daily Minerals, was because it was basically Dr. Barry has this laundry list of all the nutrients that you need to account for depleted soils in modern diets, and iodine was one of them, along with chromium and a bunch of other stuff.
Molybdenum.
Yeah. And
How do you say that one? I don't know.
Or molybdenum. I actually... That's one of those words I learned by reading, and I've never bothered to learn how to actually say it. But yeah, as far as I know, there's no iodine in Redman. Real salt.
Yes, because we just read that.
Yep.
It literally told us.
Well, it might have it naturally occurring, but it's not added, and it's in a low enough quantity that
it wouldn't be marked on the label.
Like Powerade.
Hey.
Powerade they have a thing that 50% more electrolytes, because they would tout the fact that it had potassium, magnesium, and sodium. And then there was a little thing that would say, not a significant source of potassium, magnesium,
or sodium.
Well, sodium there was always enough. Potassium now has 130 milligrams.
And that's fairly new, right?
Yeah, but...
That's still not very much.
Now magnesium, it says, contains less than 2%, so you're not able to...
tout magnesium.
Well, they can tout that it has magnesium, but they don't even tell you how much it has. Anyway, Bertha is drinking raspberry cheesecake keto chow in Florida.
Yay!
And Alyssa and John say, shout out to Keto Chow support staff. Best in the business.
Thank you.
By the way, I was messing around on Friday. If you tried to call us on Friday and
you may have not
you
got
couldn't
through.
hear anything, it's because I was messing around with the network, and I think it's fixed. Anyway.
We'll see.
And one of the things that kicked it into high gear was Joe and Rachel were having all the problems with their network connection when they were doing the live stream. And we actually have a device that gives us a backhaul to T-Mobile with fixed wireless internet.
Okay.
But it wasn't actually hooked up. It was just sitting there, not doing anything. So I took the time to actually configure the router with failover redundancy. Did you all know that in a past life I was a networking and systems engineer?
How could you not be?
That was what I did. And so all this port forwarding and traffic shaping and all that.
Sounds very boring.
It's like an old friend. Anyway, so now we have twice the bandwidth too.
High five.
High five. I figured out, okay, sometimes you try to give me a high five and it's when I'm holding my phone. And I'm like,
You have another hand.
yes, but my other hand is over here.
Yeah, over here.
Well, no. It'd be like me holding my phone and you say high five. And I'm like,
I can't high five.
let me put this down and
I
then I'll give you a
believe
high
in
five.
me.
Anyway, let's
She's gotta
see.
support
Mike
me with
says,
the
is there a good
baby.
supply of chai latte? Currently, yes.
So far, so
ordered
good.
Quite a lot.
So far.
Alyssa and John says, I've made cakes, cupcakes, shakes, ice cream, waffles, fudge, brownies, and eggnog so far with the chai latte. Wow.
Ooh. Hey, fudge.
That's a lot of stuff. Shauna was here. I forgot my Redmans. It was horrible. It was away for the weekend.
We went to dinner for our anniversary on Saturday to Brazilian barbecue.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have any salt.
It asked for salt,
It
like
was
chunks.
so lame.
24CIF fan says, is the chloride in Keto Chow Daily Minerals the same as sodium chloride? So there's magnesium chloride and there's sodium chloride that make up that chloride.
Yes.
But it is the same. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Debbie said, oh, talking to Alyssa. Nice. Mike says, I call it molybdenum. I'm probably wrong.
Bedium.
Listen, John
I
says
think I'm
nothing wrong
probably
with having a
wrong, too.
good contingency plan, Chris.
Right.
Yeah.
Fail over.
It's, well, and it's the sort of thing that you don't know you need it till you need it.
And then
But
you're like, I wish I had
I'm
that.
particularly happy with the idea that there is hold on a second.
Talking about boring stuff again.
Yeah, well, I wanted to.
Let's go back to talk about food while he's playing with this stuff. But did you have a good weekend for reals, though? Did you really? Because I had a good weekend. It was nice. We did a soccer game
Screen
for
capture.
Sam Friday.
Okay, so this right here is,
screen capture.
you've got Comcast and you've got T-Mobile. They're both going out at the same
Ooh.
time. So traffic is going out. This blue is out,
Bluey?
and the orange is in.
Okay. Ooh,
Both of
lots
them
of
are-
stuff's going in.
Well, that's out. The big orange there is our live stream right now.
Look at us.
So most of the business, the incoming, is using Comcast. But we're
Incoming.
also using T-Mobile. Nerd. Anyway,
So boring.
so boring.
I am so glad that you can do that thing that makes you happy.
But it
and
also
brings
gives us
you
twice
joy.
the bandwidth,
And gives us twice the bandwidth.
right? Lynette says, is it possible to send a Keto Chow package to someone who is already one of your customers? I don't know, but I don't know their address. It would be best
you
if
would
you
have
asked
to
them for
contact
your
them
address.
for their address.
Mhm.
That would be the best thing
Yep.
to do. Because we are not going to give out anyone else's addresses. Because that is not appropriate.
Mike says, I have a new type of internet service called WeLink. I think they're
Oh,
based
cool.
in Utah. Fast upload.
Cool,
Nice.
cool.
I'm looking forward to the day that we get fiber optic in our house neighborhood.
No, that'd be cool.
The problem is, well, okay, there is Comcast fiber optic available here. And the slowest speed is $600 a month for the same speed as we're paying $100 for
Lame.
with the coax.
Why
I'm
are they
like-
charging so much?
I think it's because the upload speed is higher.
Okay.
But you know what? How you can also get a better upload speed?
Don't upload stuff?
Bond together T-Mobile and Comcast at the same time.
Yeah. Bond those together.
Anyway,
Wait,
Sean,
we just saw that.
yeah, Shauna says I got the cortisone shot in my index finger.
Oh, wow.
That hurts. Oh, yeah. What? Then they'll have to craft with a split for 3 days.
Oh, sorry.
Shauna says the big orange, new term for a live stream, right?
Yeah. Where are the
Heidi
big
says, has anyone tried cream cheese as a fat
ones?
source?
Yes.
Yes, quite a
It's
lot.
delicious.
Yep. A lot of people will put it into a glass container and put water over it and then microwave that so that they
Yes.
can heat it up. But you pretty much just have to use a blender to do it.
Yes, because it's so hard.
And it does have quite a few carbohydrates. But
so you have
a lot
to
of
keep
people
that in
do.
mind. Yeah.
I would caution you against using powdered cream cheese. Mm-hmm. The short
powdered
version
butter.
is, even though it says it's 0 carbs, it's actually closer to 1 carb per tablespoon, which is, I think, 2 or 3 times more carbs than using just regular cream cheese.
Right.
Carrie says that was so cool. I need to get me one of those tools, which I'll be downloading soon to my phone. So we're using PF Sense for our router now. It's on a little computer that has 4 network ports.
Wow.
You can actually make it with an old computer and just stick a bunch of network cards in it.
Heck yes.
And Debbie says, happy belated anniversary, Chris and Miriam.
Thank
I was with my brother and
you.
sister. I was with my brother and sister in love, also Saturday. They're for their 50.
Oh, 50. That's so awesome.
When we were talking, I didn't realize that we had to do the math, but in March, I have now been married longer than I wasn't.
Yeah.
To
and
Miriam.
I hit that a while ago.
Yeah. Keto Simple says most companies run dual internet services to mitigate service loss.
Right.
Which is great. I just hadn't taken the time to do it. And the problem is that, I guess I've got a nerd button too. The phone system, I have to tell it to only use one link. Because if it's jumping from one to the other,
That's when it doesn't work.
then people will call and there will be nobody on the other end.
And they're like, hello, no one.
It'll be one-way audio
Hello.
or no-way audio. That's what I was working on Friday.
Yeah, forever. But
Yeah.
he was really great, and he texted me and said, I'm working on the network problem. Sorry.
Well, that
See
was
you later.
Thursday night. On Friday, I had to leave to go take
Max to the
somebody
doctor.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Ian is here from Itola.
Hello.
Jackie says, I'm currently eating Jennifer's lemon keto chow cheesecake. Much tastier than bandwidth.
Yes.
And Mike says, I have fiber optic to my house, but it's a company with terrible service. It was terrible.
I'm
Dang.
sorry.
See, and Carrie knows about PF Sense.
Cool. I don't.
It's time now for computer talk.
Anyway, Mike says, what's this got to do with flying drones? Right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with flying drones. So we're going to go.
Speaking of drones,
What?
I sent a print to the 3D printer this weekend.
Yes, you did.
It was really easy. I just went print again.
But you had to clean off the plate.
True, and it was actually really slick because you just took the plate off and then you kind of wiggled it like an ice cube tray.
So for those of you who don't know, there is a 3D printer called Bamboo Labs.
He loves it.
They
They're
have
friends.
the P1P and they have the X1 Carbon. They are kind of spendy, but they are the simplest 3D printers just about anyone has ever dealt with. Instead of running a 3D printer being like running an embroidery machine,
That's a
that
lot
is
of work.
very difficult
Yeah.
and hard to work.
Yeah,
You just print. It's like printing with
It's magic.
an inkjet printer.
it's so
easy.
great.
Exchange student says, Miriam, put some Redman salt in your purse or glove box of the
I
car.
know.
Normally you do.
I always have it in my purse. So what
have the
happened was
little
we
ones.
went on a trip and I changed my purse out for my travel purse and I think the salt just got left in there. So I always have it. So I pull it out and I'm like, this is not salt. This is chapstick.
It was chapstick.
Like, that is not the right thing.
Yep. Okay, well, we're going to go.
Okay.
I need to do payroll.
All right. I'll support you and help you with that.
Okay, well, you all have a fantastic day. We'll
And
be
we
seeing
won't
you.
see you tomorrow.
We'll be seeing you next Monday. So a week from
Sorry.
today, no live stream Tuesday night because we are otherwise engaged.
Yep.
So you all have a fantastic day.
Bye.